You tune into Real Talk right here on SABC3. With me is global speaker. You hear that? Global speaker, entrepreneur, and CEO of MyGrowthFund, Vusi Thembekwayo. We all know that Vusi raised about 18 million rand through the MyGrowthFund to mentor 40 entrepreneurs over 18 months, and he's brought with him two of the top 40 companies. We welcome Mike Lipschitz, who's the owner of the Snapprint, and Hetty Boshi Yadom from P&H Boutique. We're going to talk about that name, you and I, just now. If you have any questions for Vusi, send us your WhatsApp voice notes. This is, I mean, people pay to have lunch with him, and I'm allowing you a double up through past here. So send us your voice note or send us a tweet. We'll make sure that he answers them for you. You launched your book in Brazil.
Barcelona.
Oh, sorry, Barcelona.
Yeah.
What was wrong with Joburg?
No, nothing. How could you say that? No, nothing wrong with Joburg, but it's important to play and think global. We launched in Barcelona, and we got 4,000 copies out.
Dude, I was watching it, obviously, because we can't go to Barcelona.
It's all good.
Here we are on our Instagrams, and I'm watching this, and like, it looked massive.
Yeah, it was big. It was the single biggest event that had at the Diagonal Mart this year. It's a massive conference venue. It was big. Yeah, it was big, but God is good. I'm just a vessel. He's using me to send a message. That's all it is. Okay,
so let's talk to your people here that you brought. Please tell me your proper name. Yodi.
It's Hetty Boshi Yadom.
That's what I said.
Hetty Boshi Yadom.
Yes.
P&H Boutique.
Yes.
Clothes.
Yes.
Are you wearing your own now?
I am indeed.
Okay, so you made it out of 3,000 SMEs that wanted, wanted the platform that you have right now.
Yes.
Give me immediate improvements that you've seen in yourself and then in your business.
I think immediate improvement that I've seen in myself is really the level of confidence to go out there and to continue to pursue our dreams. The resources that we've received at MyGrowthFund in terms of the staff that's available, the resources that have been made available to us is really second to none.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity that one can't let up, and also you need to make sure that you show up for an opportunity like this.
Mark.
Yes.
You, the printing guy?
I am.
Okay, how long had you been in the printing game before you ran into Vusi?
I've been with Snapprint for 4 years now.
And it's your baby, hey?
Yes, it's a family business. I've come in to take over.
Okay.
So I'm one of the directors. My father's the other director. And I'm trying to bring the company into the 21st century, revolutionize the processes, which MyGrowthFund is assisting with. And taking advantage of this unbelievable opportunity that I've been so fortunate enough to be granted.
So the one thing Vusi and I always speak about, when he's here and he's here to give tips and advice in business, is that people generally always know that they want help or they want to be mentored, but they can't pinpoint where, right? So is that something you had to do for yourself before you stepped up to Vusi Thembekwayo, is to know exactly what you want, where he can help you, and how you see it working out?
I'm still finding out those things. Surely I understood my shortfalls, where I needed improvement. But just going through the process of an entrepreneur, there's so many ups and downs. There's so many challenges, and with each challenge that we get faced with, it's another learning experience. With every failure that we go through, we need to learn. So MyGrowthFund has opened my eyes, for sure. But I was aware of the improvements that I needed to make within the business.
Is it difficult to hear people talk about you this nicely?
Yeah, because I suppose we have difficult conversations behind the scenes, right? Because we hold them accountable and they do us too. And they'll say, you got to deliver this, you got to deliver that, this is what we need. And so there is a lot of toggle in the process, which I suppose is a part of what is expected in the process. For me, what is interesting both about Mark and Hetty is that they have really taken on to what it is we are envisioning to do. Because the process isn't easy. It's also not a short-term thing. So you don't come in and then tomorrow things change. You really have to invest yourself, and they've done exceptionally well. I'm very proud of them.
When she says resource, right, immediately, if you're listening at home, you're like, money, right? But break it down for me. Resource
We've not thrown a single cent at them. What we have done is we've thrown expertise at them, we've thrown people at them, we've thrown thinking at them, we've thrown problem solving at them, we've thrown technology, we've thrown systems, we've thrown tools. So they're going to be going through a process at the beginning of next year. We're implementing an accounting software across all the businesses of all the entrepreneurs for free. They'll get training on how to use the software. So they'll know how to get management accounts, how to make better decisions on their businesses. That's the kind of mentorship entrepreneurs need. An entrepreneur comes to you asking for money. The problems that cause the money don't go away. So you put the money in, but it's like ufake imali stofini.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the problems are still there. What you've got to figure out is what are the issues? How do we fix the issues so that when we invest the money is for growth, not to plug water holes.
Hence my growth fund.
This is it.
So listen, quickly before we go to an ad break, if you're mentoring right, correctly, it's very difficult to teach without learning.
Yes.
What are you learning from them?
That I'm incredibly impatient.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very impatient. I'm very passionate. I mean, I work ridiculous hours, and I believe in what we're doing, and I set unreasonable goals, and not everybody keeps up to that pace. For me, the single most important learning has been you cannot lead if there's only you in the journey. So you've got to slow down and go, okay, are we still together?
Yeah.
Are we still moving in the right direction? Is everybody still buy-in? Asambeni.
So basically, you have had to learn to move at the pace of the slowest one.
Because remember my history, I come from a singular sport, right?
Exactly.
I'm the guy in the ring, so I can go as fast as I want to go. When you're building something that includes other people, you then have to learn about how do you lead, and not just yourself, but lead others. Tough stuff.
Hetty from P&H Boutique, as well as Mark. Snap scan printing, eh?
Snap print.
Snap print. Thank you guys for your time and good luck with everything. You know, when you own a yacht somewhere, don't forget about us, right? So on the other side of this, you'll meet another entrepreneur who will also share his top 40 journey. Do not forget, you can send in your WhatsApp voice notes so Vusi can field a few of them after the break. Come back. It's the final leg of the show, and we're still hanging out with the rock star of public speaking, Vusi Thembekwayo, and joining us is co-founder of Blaque Lifestyle, also chosen for Vusi Thembekwayo's MyGrowthFund program's Top 40. So it's an interior decorating business, right? Okay. Now the thing about
Best in the business, I gotta tell you.
I know this. He did my house. I told you this, though.
Get out!
Wait until he gets his office done.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to go to the last question that we had. Are you ready to compete with like the biggest decor names in the industry?
I think we are ready. It's a bit of a challenge, but it's things that you'll have to overcome.
What was stopping the business from thriving?
We've been thriving, Ibo, since day one with you. What do you mean? We just needed an amplified and something to just accelerate it more. So you just put yourself in the right people, and like, so honored to be part of the 40.
So what was the immediate, because I mean, you have this thing and it's doing well, as you said, and I mean, you were doing wonderful work, but as soon as you then join the MyGrowthFund, you can see like a difference, like in certain things that you're executing better. What was that?
Well, through time, and consistency, you have to just better that skill. And I've always been told to man up at Blaque. Zimkita's always like, man up and this.
Zimkita's your business partner.
Zimkita's my business partner.
Yeah.
So, okay, just move this table this way, or like just put it in a certain way. So it's just a skill that you grow the skill more and more, and the more time that you spend doing it.
I mean, you wanna talk, say it.
Now, I was going to say, for me, Sia reminds me of a great artist.
Yeah.
And like many great artists, the art is fantastic. I remember the very first conversation I had with him when he came to see us was, your level of professionalism, skill, delivery, and clientele doesn't match your income statement. Oh. Because I'm a businessman, right? Because I'm going, I see the work you do. I know companies that do a quarter the quality of the work you do, 10 times the size. So what we've got to figure out is, how do we translate the Picasso into the bank account? How do we get these two things to connect? And it's been interesting to watch in the process as they go through it, because they're learning from us, but I'm actually spending a lot of time learning from them too.
Yeah.
Because this business is very interesting. It's how do you source the client? Where does the client come from? How do you build the client? How do you sell your value proposition?
Yeah.
When you say deco, I'm like, so wenzani? Ubeka masofa. Like,
and also, people are very apprehensive when it comes to decors, because you want everything to be your taste.
Very
personal. So now you have to understand, how are you going to take your expertise and then put I don't trust you.
I was the hardest sell, I've got to tell you.
Yeah.
We had already spent, this is a true story, I never told him. I'd spent $250,000 and committed it to a different provider. It was done. It was like the deal was done, I signed the contract. Because we were getting about $750,000 worth of furniture. I was like, this thing is done. He came to see me, walked through my office. Then he made a comment. I was like, wow, this guy has some guts. He just told Vusi Thembekwayo he has no style. Are you serious?
No, but like I couldn't hold myself back. Like, I'm a very honest person. I'm just
Yes.
like,
He was
Hey,
like,
Vusi,
and
go
then
on.
the white tables.
No, but he walked in. No, he walked in here and he went,
Exactly.
go, we need to talk. Go, we need to talk. But wait, and here's the thing: when you find out, because you studied, you did corporate governance, you did tax,
Yeah.
you've got honors, right?
Yeah.
What did you study in?
accounting at UJ.
At UJ. So when you hear that, then you see the fact that okay, the talent is not matching the bank account. Does it not? Is it not strange to you that
No, like every good artist, he's so immersed in the work. Because he just wants to do good work. Like when he wakes up, he goes, this is how this thing looks. I just want it to look. I know this because I do the same thing with my speaking business.
Yeah.
I'm like, this thing's just got to look. And then you've got to have somebody that goes, yeah, but where are the rands and cents here?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, we've got to cover costs, we've got to build. This is still an enterprise, right? So it makes sense. He really immersed in the work. Came and had 3 meetings with us, had a look at the office. I said this to him. Had a look at the office, did a whole concept. We didn't receive a single invoice. It's like, how does that work? In my business, for the thinking, for the idea, for the advisory, you bill.
Yeah.
Then when I place the order, you bill more. You don't bill when I place the order. No. This is not test driving cars. You're selling expertise. You're selling how you see the world. Somebody's got to pay for that.
Because what happens if then you give the ideas
And then they run off. So like, it's been a tough market. So we're also just trying to buy business. So literally, you're just hoping that this person will just believe in it and just go ahead
Hope
with
is
it.
not a strategy, man.
It's not a strategy, but like once you build a relationship, oh, this guy trusts me and he can do this.
Right. Yeah.
We build on trust. Like business is built on trust,
Right.
but not too much of it, I guess.
Right.
But you just have to start somewhere, and it's not with everyone. I knew if I did that to you, it's to the office.
But
So,
also,
yeah.
before we go, the decor field, right? Because, I mean, if you do my house, the chance of you doing it again is in 3-4 years' time when I decide to change it.
Yeah.
So that's a good 3 years where, like, because you can't come to every week to climb up the cushions and then leave.
Didn't I come back to fix your table?
Okay, you did, but like that's
But
a
also
little
that,
bit. That's a fraction.
Someone will walk into your house, you'd be amazed about the people that walk into your house and be like, oh, you did Anela's house.
Okay.
So it's whoever tells whoever tells whoever
So
tells
it's a
whoever.
big word of mouth game.
His
word of
business
mouth.
has, and I said this to him, the single biggest problem he has is this business has too many friction costs, which basically means every time he engages a client, he starts all over again. See, if I sell a can of baked beans, I sell the can of baked beans, I create a factory and I produce the can of baked beans.
Yeah.
I don't have to remake the process of remaking baked beans every
Yes,
time.
yes.
In his business, he has to come in, get concept, think. It's just too much. He's painting every single time. Then that's the first problem. The second problem is his transaction cycle, as you say, is years.
Yes.
He'll do my office,
Yeah.
and then we're growing, so he'll do our offices, but he'll do my office, and then he can only do it maybe in 5 years' time.
Yes.
Uphila ngani kule 5 years. Do you see? So
That's my question.
so
It's
and
someone that
then,
walks into your office.
and then the third challenge is because he's in a competitive market, he's black and he's small. He's competing against much larger white players. He prices aggressively, so his margins are thin. So for me, and this is what I said to him, is what you've got to figure out is on top of the painting, how do you sell the frame? So what are the bolt-on bits we can sell to clients that we know they're going to get this stuff every single
the
You come
time.
to
All
my
the
reception, I have flowers. Now, you're not a
Yeah.
florist, but surely you could do something around how do we create an offering additional to what we sell to a Vusi that we know every single month we're going to get recurring revenue from this guy. 3,000 Rand times, I don't know, 100 customers is 300,000 Rand every single month. Pays the bills.
Okay. Are you going to continue taking people on this MyGrowthFund? I have to go, yes or no?
Yeah, we're here. We're out here.
We're out here, Joe.
MyGrowthFund, that's it.
Okay, and then are you finally going to come back and give us this book?
Listen, there's a copy just for you signed.
Yes, I promise you this book is a bigger state secret than who's going to win the ANC conference. I know who's going to win that, and I don't know when I'm getting the book. That's all we have time for today. If you missed my